there's absolutely nothing better than seeing people come to Christ, right? And we've had the privilege of getting to be a part of leading so many people to the Lord. And this year, like Aaron said, we got to go visit a village that we had been to last year. And obviously that was a very special day for those of us who had been on the trip last April, because we were able to see people that we personally had led to the Lord, and that we personally had met and prayed with. And what a gift. I mean, you say goodbye and you think you're never going to see these people again. And there were so many people that I would see from across a crowd, and we would run up and give each other a big hug, and they would see Jax, my son, and give him a big hug because they remembered us. And I was just so blessed to be able to be a part of that. And but even for those who this was their first trip, even if they weren't there last April, this was still a really incredibly special day, because we got to see what happens after we leave. We get to see the fruits of the ministry after we fly home. And we know that the work is only beginning. And that was really exciting to see the changes that had taken place just in 1 year since we were there. As Aaron shared at the beginning, when we go into each house, we have a translator and a disciple maker. And the disciple maker goes back to each home. Whether those people prayed to receive Christ while we were there or not, the disciple maker continues to go home, back to those homes. And we were able to see the fruits of this. And it was just absolutely amazing to see how this village has grown in the Lord and the work that God is doing. In this village, we visited the 5 home churches that have been planted since we were there last April. We, on average, there was 15 to 45 people meeting in each of these homes 2 to 3 times a week for worship. Absolutely amazing. And we got to see, we had the privilege of watching them. They did some of their songs for us and just worship the Lord. And I don't care what language you speak, worship is universal. When people are praising him, you know exactly what's going on, and you can join right in. It's absolutely amazing. The best part of this day was knowing that that the ministry is just beginning when we go home. You know, we get to be such a small part of it, and it's such an amazing privilege to be there and to be that part, but really it's such a small part. We feel like we're there for such a short time, and then you just leave and it's over, but it's really not over. It's just beginning. And God is absolutely working in those people's lives and in the communities. And in this particular village that we went to, they are reaching out to the village next to them, to a neighboring village. There are more than twice as many believers in that village since we left last year. So in 1 year's time, they've more than doubled. Absolutely amazing. And many people have come to the Lord because they had asked for prayer from the believers there, and they prayed for them, and there was healings. And so people are seeing God working, and they are choosing to follow him. Praise the Lord.
Amen.